Greetings, historians. Welcome back to another Mr. Tully speedrun with me, your host, Mr. Tully. This is an American escalation in Vietnam speedrun, or a masterclass in creating a problem and then failing miserably to solve it. So this story starts in 1919. A young Ho Chi Minh, who isn't actually called Ho Chi Minh at this point, asked for American help in bringing up Vietnam in the Treaty of Versailles. You know, the Treaty of Versailles that ended World War I. Woodrow Wilson, the President of America at the time, ignores this or maybe didn't even read it. Rule number 1 of American foreign policy: never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. Skipping ahead to 1945 now, the Viet Minh, led by Ho Chi Minh, remember him, he's called Ho Chi Minh now, they declare independence because Japan has surrendered. By the way, they were occupying Vietnam at this point. France, for some reason, decides to reassert its colonial claim. If you want a bigger detail into this, watch the other video on my channel. By 1954, France is losing the First Indochina War. America is actually paying for 80% of it. By 1954, just before the Battle of Dien Bien Phu, America offers military help, but this is ignored by the unwilling French. Remember, this is the 1950s. Elvis is in the charge. America thinks that money will solve all of their problems, mainly communism. 1955, the Geneva Conference goes into the Geneva Accords, which divides Vietnam into North and South Vietnam, divided along the 17th parallel. America supports the government of Emperor Bao Dai, and then they do something called Operation Passage to Freedom, which repatriates 500,000 people, mainly Catholics, from the north to the south. Huge propaganda victory, making it look like if people have the choice to get on fancy American boats, they will choose capitalism. In 1956, Prime Minister Ngo Diem has a pretty sketchy referendum, declares himself president, declares that the country is now called the Republic of Vietnam, and will ignore the Geneva Accords, particularly the 1956 elections that were supposed to happen. America financially supports this regime, which is complete in violation of the Geneva Accords. In 1960 then, the National Liberation Front, aka the Viet Cong, begin the Second Indochina War. They vow to topple Diem's government and reunify the country. America sends military advisors to help out. This is the 1960s now, and they're realizing that maybe money won't solve all of their problems. In 1962, John Fortnight Kennedy, has a brilliant idea. It's called the Strategic Hamlets Program. What they're going to do is they're going to take Vietnamese peasants out of their ancestral lands, move them to brand new villages, which are terrible, and that is going to make them like America. It's going to win hearts and minds, apparently. Great one from John F. Kennedy, who was reported to have said, "Meh." America still thinks that money can solve this problem that they've given themselves and taken it upon themselves to solve, but the Strategic Hamlets Program fails disastrously. It is poorly explained, poorly funded, and probably a better recruiting tool for the Viet Cong than Ho Chi Minh ever could have thought of. In 1963, Kennedy and Diem are assassinated, both replaced by big guys, literally and metaphorically. Lyndon Johnson is now the President of America, who is famous for, one, not caring about foreign policy and wanting to solve domestic issues such as racism and poverty in America, and he's also famous for making people follow him into the toilet while they're having meetings. And Diem is replaced by Big Min, who is famous for being big, 6 foot, which is actually massive for someone at the time, and he is replaced by a series of military juntas who you don't really need to know about. In 1964, there is the Gulf of Tonkin incident, which definitely, maybe, I don't know actually, probably didn't happen. 2 American boats are in North Vietnamese waters without provocation or justification. They are then attacked. Apparently, the captain said it probably didn't actually happen. This is the first and last time that the American government has ever done this. This is the first and last time the American government has ever lied about anything like this. This then leads to the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, which gives Johnson unchecked authority to wage personal war in Vietnam. This is the first and last time that an American president has ever blatantly disregarded the constitutional role in this. In 1965 then, we go to Operation Rolling Thunder, Search and Destroy, the War of Attrition, the Body Count. This becomes Westmoreland and McNamara's War. Money is not going to cut it anymore. This is the 1960s. The Beatles are in the charts. Boots on the ground are the only ways that are going to solve this. Oh, and the $900 million that will be spent on bombing the North to no avail. So by 1968, there are 500,000 troops in Vietnam. Johnson regularly tells Americans that victory is right around the corner, and by the Tet holiday this year, everyone believes him. I'm sure that nothing will happen to disprove this idea. Spoiler, what comes next is like the thing that separates gardens. It's a little bit offensive. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for listening.